This is the M3 iPad Air running the new iPadOS 26 developer preview. God, it's hard to say those things in enough time that I don't worry about things getting wrecked with the fire. I'm gonna keep it. I saw some rumors leading up to WWDC this year that just maybe iPad was gonna be brought one step closer to just running like a full-on desktop Mac. And it totally should, because the guts on the inside of this iPad are basically identical to the base model M3 MacBook Air. This is an M4 MacBook Air, but it's just a prop. Not all the guts, but it's got the same 8-core M3 CPU and GPU, same media engine, same NPU, same 8 gigabytes of RAM. And there's not like an iPad version and a laptop version of the M3 chips used in these things. These are all the same CPU cores. It's the same CPU cores that power the M3 Ultra Mac Studio. Individual cores are the same. It's just in the iPad's case, there are less of them. So this machine is perfectly capable of running a full macOS. And I guess you could make the argument that Apple is finally listening to all of us complain about that, because in iPadOS 26, we're just a little bit closer to that reality. Especially if you plug this into a studio display and you use a mouse and keyboard. I'm pretty confident that there are a great number of people that could use this setup as their daily driver without any compromise at all. It doesn't work completely like macOS, like there's a little bit of a learning curve, but check this out. As I open stuff, everything can be in its own little window. Everything can be arranged however you want. You can drag from the corner of any app to resize it and just put it wherever you want it, which means you can clutter up your screen just as much as you want. Do you want to heavily distract yourself with a YouTube video while you work on your next script? No problem. Here you go. Maybe you want to go for a quick doom scroll just to make sure you really don't get anything productive done for the whole day. Maybe you don't like the iPad app version of YouTube and you want to see it in a browser window and get the full YouTube experience. Well, great. Here's the desktop version on a web page. That's completely fine too. One of the funny quirks I came across when I was trying to go into my own YouTube analytics in the YouTube Studio on the website version, if you click on the YouTube Studio, instead of going to that page, it opens up the YouTube Studio app. Like it'll only look at that through the app, which is fine. It's all the same information. It's just a little odd that the YouTube website itself has no problem doing the desktop version and you can use it the same way you do on a desktop. But as soon as I go into Studio, it'll only open up the Studio app. There are a few circumstances in my own workday with my salaried job where this setup is actually better than having a laptop. For one, this little fella here. I don't have to sign things all that often, but definitely not never. And when using an iPad as a desktop computer, when someone sends me a document that needs my signature, the preview app is now present in the new updated OS. I can very easily hit the annotate feature, sign my name on something, that's not my real signature, and then just ba-doop doop doop, send that off in an email. Also at my job, there is a ton of back and forth with CAD files, or PDFs of CAD files. And being able to zoom in and just circle something and then scribble directly onto a CAD file that comes to me in an email, and then just send it right back with the press of a button is super awesome. Of course, for no reason at all, actually doing CAD on your iPad, although it's a lot more smooth than the desktop one, but using AutoCAD for me is confusing. But similar to how Final Cut Pro is also confusing, that could just be a learning curve thing. AutoCAD has a full iPad version of it. It's just super different from the desktop version. And speaking of Final Cut Pro, I was secretly hoping I would just open this up in the new software and poof, be able to edit a full video on my iPad. That's the dream for some reason. You can open projects on an iPad. And again, this is the full strength M3 processors. Here's a video project that's got 2 cameras, multicam in 4K. It's got an H.265 situation, so it's a difficult codec. Playback is super smooth. Scrubbing is super smooth, super responsive. All of the things that are normally there, like tracked text, all works normal. But for some reason, they totally rewrote Final Cut, and I'm confused by it. I'd have to relearn it. Just let me run the normal Final Cut, Tim. Have both. It's not quite Finder, but the Files app is changing in a good way. You can look at folders as icons, as a list, as columns. You can click and drag things from files into apps to use them. You can have more than one files window open at a time. So organizing files is easier than before. It's very Finder-esque. You can drop folders down into the dock for quick access, and then from there you can do the same thing, drag files directly into apps to use them. Oh, and even inside individual programs. Here we are in Pages where I write these videos. When you bring your cursor up to the top of the page, we've got a menu bar. So now, whatever you're normally familiar with, opening recent documents, formatting options, the little help search field so you can just type send to back because you forgot how to do that. It'll pop up just like a Mac. This next one was already here before, but one very laptop-y feature is Command Tab. Hold Command and tap Tab and you can switch between programs super easily. Hold Command and press Q and you can quit them super easily. When you're in a program, you can just press Command W and it'll close that window. We got the 3 little circles now, so you can minimize things, you can make things full screen, or you can close them. I really don't know how minimizing is different than closing on an iPad. I know it's really good with RAM management. The cursor is a pointer now, presumably because of all these new menus, so you can more precisely point at stuff with your mouse. It's all great, and I think now, once this OS comes out in its full form in the fall, I really don't see any reason why a giant number of regular people who are not doing 3D stuff in Blender, people who are not editing TV shows for Netflix, just regular 9-to-5 people who go into Zoom meetings or Teams meetings, work with spreadsheets and make PDFs, people who respond to emails all day long. For those people, an iPad is essentially a MacBook Air that can play iPad games now. I know why Apple doesn't, but come on, just let me download the real Final Cut Pro. And then iPad could be basically 99% of YouTubers' daily drivers too. It absolutely can run that program. In fact, I think for simplicity's sake, just go ahead and get rid of the MacBook Air. These things are kind of the same thing, especially once you get this keyboard and mouse. Give the next crop of iPads 16 gigs of RAM, and it can exist as this in-between computer that's powerful enough for regular everyday stuff and video editing, but still too weak to be a power user's computer. They still need to have the MacBook Pro. They already sell iPads in 3 distinct different echelons anyway. iPadOS 26, the end. This is the M3 iPad Air running the new